everyone. Welcome to our channel, The Sun City Stitchers. I'm Carlene.
And I'm Marlene, and this is Flosstube number 104.
Welcome, everybody. We hope you've had a great week. Marlene and I are filming on Friday afternoon, April the 4th. And we want to welcome back returning viewers. Thank you so much, those of you that come back and visit with us. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome. We're glad to have you. If you haven't yet subscribed, we hope you like what you see and that you'll take a second and click on the subscribe button. And anything going on with you?
No, I've just been doing my tutoring. And
We've both been busy stitching March Madness.
Yes, I've been busy trying to catch up on March Madness.
We'll show you that a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll be sharing more about that later.
Give you some updates on that. And it's been quiet at my house. My husband has district track meet, so he's been gone every night this week. He was supposed to start Tuesday, but we had another awful windstorm, so they actually canceled Tuesday's events that they were going to do, and they just rolled them over to today. So instead of today being just a half day with finals, they had to go all day. So he's been busy with that, and it makes late nights and late dinners and or late cleanup, because sometimes I eat before he gets home, but then I still have stuff to put away after he gets done. So anyway, and other than that, I don't think there's been much else going on. It's just been pretty quiet, so which is good. We like that.
Yes.
I did take Mickey and Minnie to the vet last week. I had a couple of little things that were coming up that I just thought didn't seem normal, and sure enough, Minnie did come out of remission, and she is back to being diabetic again. But the doctor recommended...
Pulling on the door?
I don't think so.
Should I go check?
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
Anyway, so the doctor did recommend, though, that I could just give her the same medicine that Mickey is getting, give it to her on top of her food rather than trying to give her injections. So that was good. And Mickey did have high calcium, which is problematic because sometimes that can lead to tumors forming down the road. So we have to keep an eye on that. He does have a couple of supplements that he's taking that's supposed to, one is to reduce the calcium, and he eats it fine. It's on top of his food. And then the other one is like an anti-cancer, and it's a powder also that gets sprinkled on his food. And I just got that, so I haven't tried giving it to him yet. I'm going to try. Tonight will be his first little tiny dose to make sure he doesn't have like an upset tummy or whatever after taking it. So anyway, those were updates. Right now, Minnie is taking a nap somewhere and Mickey is outside. So as Marlene just said, was that Mickey?
Yes.
We're going to have to be listening for him so that we can let him in.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll stay out for a while.
Yeah, and then he'll probably have to come visit.
Yes, he'll have to say hi. I also wanted to say I got a couple of emails this week. First of all, one from Barbara. I hadn't heard from her for a while. In fact, I was going to send her an email just to touch base with her. So Barbara, thanks so much. It was great catching up with you. I was happy to hear from you and hear, I shared with Marlene what you've been working on stitching, which sounds so interesting. She's doing like really a little class with specialty stitches from Victoria Sampler. So very interesting and sounds like a lot of fun. And then I did also hear from another one of our viewers, Georgie, and Marlene and I just want to send you get well wishes.
Yes.
She's been a little under the weather, so we hope that you are getting better and better every day. So it was great hearing from both of you ladies. Thank you so much for taking a second to send us an email, reach out to us. We love hearing from you all.
Okay, then we had...
we made some new recipes.
Yes, we were going to talk about some of the recipes we tried from the cookbook.
From the cookbook, the New Market Nashville cookbook. Yes. We tried a couple of recipes. So what's one you tried, Marlene?
I tried the pulled pork recipe. It was very easy. You just use a pork roast and you put it in the crock pot and put some salt and pepper on it, and then some butter, like a stick of butter, I think is what it called for. And then you cover the top of your crock pot with foil, and
then put the lid on.
And then you put the lid on, and then you let it cook for, I think it said 6 to 8 hours on low, but I had mine on high, so I didn't cook mine quite as long. And then you just shred it up, and I added barbecue sauce to mine, so I had barbecued pulled pork sandwiches.
I did it. Marlene told me she tried it and it was really good. My husband doesn't eat pork, so I tried it with a beef roast and it was delicious. And I sprinkled taco seasoning on mine when I shredded it.
Right, that's
and
what
then,
I did.
And then let it just simmer a little bit longer. And then we had brisket tacos. It was delicious, so good. So that was a really good recipe.
And it was
from
so
here.
tender, and
Really
it was
good.
so simple and easy.
Yes, really simple.
It was really good.
And then we both tried the Parmesan chicken wings. They're in the appetizer section, and they were delicious.
Yeah,
and
they were
also
good.
Really simple. Really simple. And so those were really good.
Yes.
And then I tried monkey bread.
Yeah, the pull apart monkey bread.
Pull apart monkey bread, and that was delicious. It makes a lot because I put it in the bundt cake pan, so I shared some with Marlene so she could taste it. And the recipe called for 4 cans of refrigerated biscuit, like Pillsbury biscuits. And so if I were to make it again, I would, now that I've made it once the way that the recipe calls for, I would cut it in half and do 2 cans and put it in a loaf pan. And that way it makes a smaller amount. And I would also, you kind of do different layers. I would add some chopped pecans. So that you had some pecans in there too. But it was really good and super simple. And it smelled so good. The house smelled so good. So anyway, if you've tried any recipes from here, let us know. We'd love to hear it so we can go over and find that recipe and try it too. But the ones we've tried so far, delicious.
Yes, they've been very
We're
good.
also going to be talking about a couple of charts in here that are on our Hope to Start Soon.
On her Hope to Start list.
Mine. Hope to Start Soon list.
Okay. So that is pretty much all of our updates and everything. So let's do our giveaway winner next.
Okay, so last time for our giveaway, we are doing a $10 gift card to 123 Stitch. So Marlene, who was our winner?
Our winner was Deb 3346.
And Deb is all lowercase.
Yes.
So Deb 3346. Our contact information will be in the description box below. Just shoot off an email to us, and then I'll use that email address to get the gift card sent to you from 123 Stitch. It'll come through the email, so make sure you give us an email address that you would want to receive a gift card through.
Yes.
Okay, so there's that.
Yes. Okay, and now we're going to show, we've changed our decorations from the St. Patrick's Day for March into more spring things. So we're going to show
Easter.
Yeah, spring and Easter. So we're going to show you some of the things that we have on display right now. So the first one I'm going to show is the little spring pin pillow collar. This was in our first stitchy box from Faithwurks last year.
We got the banding and then the little pillow form so that when we finished stitching, all we had to do was stuff this and then close it up. And then it's finished like this on the back with a little button. And we ended up, because there was one box each quarter, we got a pin pillow for each season. So this was the first one, and then we have spring, summer, fall, and those are all done. And then later on, Marlene's going to show you her progress. She started the winter, and so and we'll be talking about that too. I'm going to show a Faithwurks also. This is Hoppy Hedgie. So this was a Faithwurks design. Very cute little Easter design, a really quick stitch, a really easy little finish. And I just painted one of the little natural petite easels. I painted it pink, and he just sits on the easel.
I don't have not a pink one.
Yeah, I painted yours pink.
I know,
also.
but I don't think I have it on the pink one. I wonder where I put
Your
my
pink one is somewhere floating. Okay, what else did you have to show?
And then I'm going to show this one. This was our quarterly from the quarterly club last year from Stitching with the Housewives through Fat Quarter Shop. This is the sayings of the season spring.
Put a little spring in your stack. And it was stitched on the called for 28 count black Monaco with the called for classic colors. And then this was the a box, a metal like planter box from Hobby Lobby. It's the item that they put on the chart. So the item number is on the chart. I also brought for my second one a Stitching with the Housewives piece. Mine is the Welcome Home Spring.
That's real pretty.
This big basket.
And you stitched yours on the...
I stitched mine on a 32 count charcoal Lugana with the called for classic colors.
That's really pretty.
They stitched theirs on a black. Again, I did mine on 32 count.
It's
charcoal.
It's a little bit easier to see on
I think it is.
the charcoal.
I like the charcoal, and I love the way the colors look on it.
It looks
So
really
I had
pretty.
winter done and spring, and so now on my list is to get out summer, hopefully in May, so that by the time the season actually comes, I'll have summer ready to go up.
That
So,
would be good.
Those are a couple of things we have on display. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause for just a minute. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. It started to thunder outside, so I had to bring Mickey in, so he probably will make an appearance. He's sitting on the chair right next to me, and I'm trying to get thread. Okay, so now what are we going to do next?
Okay, so next we're going to show some of our fully finishes. Carlene has been busy back in her craft room.
Let's start with these.
And so she's gotten some finishing done for us. So the first one we're going to show is our
Happy New Year sheep spool. So this was a Faithwurks design.
Oh, he wants the thread.
And he has a dirty smudge on his nose. So
Oh, yeah, he does.
I don't know what he got into outside. He got dirty outside.
Yes, he is dirty right there.
Don't, Marley.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, did I squish you too tight?
He wants that floss.
Oh, no. No, he got.
Okay, so anyway, so this is our finish from that little spool.
It's really cute. It turned out really cute.
It is really cute. I like all the sparkly stuff on top.
And then she let us choose whichever kind of charm we wanted. So I chose the clock and Marlene chose a champagne bottle. So cute. Very cute.
Okay, then another one I have. This is another finish that I had earlier. This is my Satsuma Street, a Calling Bards. It's the fourth one in her 12 Days of Christmas ornament series. This was stitched on perforated paper using the called for or the colors that came in the kit. So that one.
Oh, Mickey. Okay, and then I also finished one of my St. Patrick's Day pieces. This was from the Just Cross Stitch magazine called Irish Blessing, and I stitched it on a 40 count fabric with an over-dyed color and cotton floss, and then anchor. I think I used Weeks Dye Works mascara and Curie or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was
That was
Curie
my fabric from Stash. And then I put a little gold rickrack around the edge.
That turned out really cute.
It's very pretty.
Really pretty. Okay, did you want to show another one? Because I just have one more.
Well, we both. Let's show these.
Oh, well, mine isn't the same.
No, but they're both Primrose Cottage designs. So then I did the Primrose Cottage St. Patrick's Day Quaker.
And I did the free chart that they offered in March. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And we both used colors from Stash. And I think they were mostly Weeks Dye Works.
Yes, mine were.
One of mine might have been a Classic Colors.
And
then
finished with fabric from Stash.
And I like the little brick rack you put here, and then the back has a cute little green patch.
So there was that.
Very cute.
Also got the pin pillow finished from the panel, the Jessie Challoner.
Oh,
Is that how you say it?
Challoner, I think.
So I got the pin pillow made for that.
That's really cute.
So
yeah, you got 2 of those.
I got the small one to do the pin pillow, and then I got the one that we are going to use for the bag. I have the fabric picked, but I was hoping Phyllis's would come so that I could do all 3 bags at once. And then I also got my word swaps finished. So snowman word swap.
Here he comes again.
And then Valentine is done. And these have magnets on the back so that I can just switch them out.
That turned out really cute.
Yeah, really cute. I stitched these on 32 count, so they're a little bit smaller than what Priscilla and Chelsea's came out, but I'm happy with it. Did you see the nice fabric in the back? And
I think it looks really nice.
Yeah. And then this was the piece from Hobby Lobby, the unfinished wood. And they still have these. I've seen them. But again, they give the item number on the chart. So you know exactly what to look for when you go to Hobby Lobby. So that was my finishing. And while we're talking about that, I started something new because, I've been rearranging in the craft room. And I decided, there he is.
Oh, good.
Our little sidekick. Hopefully he'll stay up there.
Yes.
I decided that I was going to put finishing in this, and I keep this back in the craft room because sometimes I forget to write it down on my other planner. So now I have a record of what I've done, and then I can just put it in my planner when I'm filling it out for the week.
That's good.
Yes, so I like that.
What is he doing up there?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, then for next we're gonna do finishes. I don't have any finishes, but Carlene has one.
Yes, I have. God save. Just a minute. So I finished God Save the Queen. This was a free chart on the Hands Across the Sea website, and I believe it's still there. I just chose my own colors, and it's going to be a small drum. So this is the top. And then the bottom has God Save the Queen, Long Live the King. And then the birth year and the year that she passed away for Queen Elizabeth. So I got that done. I just stitched it on a piece of fabric from my stash. So it's 32 count. I believe it's either beautiful beige or lamb's wool. And I did it over 1. So 1 strand of floss over 1 fabric thread.
That turned out pretty.
Okay. So that's on my finishing table.
Okay, so now we're going to do our March Madness updates.
Okay.
So we're going to start with those. So we're going to start with our projects that are still that are in the final 4.
Yes. So the final 4 is the 4 number ones,
right?
Which hardly ever happens, but they are the ones that made it all the way through. So my first one is Hometown, and I have made good progress on this.
You have. You've gotten a lot done.
So I'm just filling in these 2 buildings now. And then there's a little bit more over here, and then I'll have that month done. So
that's
this
really pretty.
is the Teresa Kogut Sal that's in her Patreon. It is a 24-month long piece. So it started last January 2024, and it will run through December 2025.
And what are you
And
stitching it on?
I'm stitching it on the called for 40 count up in the attic by Fox and Rabbit using the called for DMC colors.
That's very pretty. It's a lot of stitching.
Really fun. It is there. It is. It's solid stitching.
Yeah, it is. But it's so pretty.
It's so pretty. It's very fun.
Very pretty. Okay, so one of my number ones that is still playing is Poison Garden. This is a Chatelaine design. And this is my progress on that one. Can you hold it?
Yes.
Is
So going the right direction?
I believe so, because I'm going across the bottom, so yes. And this is stitched on 32 count graceful gray, and we're using a variety of flosses. Some some Anchor, some Classic Colors, some Weeks.
Petite Treasure
Petite
Braid.
Treasure Braid. So anyway, so I'm working on this down here. It's the Bella Tropa plant. So I'm working on this. And then I also worked on the this border down here.
And this is going to be your Chatelaine.
Yes, it's going to be my
Chatelaine Thursday this month.
This month, I'm
So
gonna
she'll
work on it.
be continuing to work on that.
Yes.
And then my second number one is Anton Uffendell, Hands Across the Sea design. And I am very close to being with a page finish. I just have to fill in this flower. And then I'll be ready to go back and start over here on the left-hand side.
Oh, wow. So you've made really good progress.
Yes.
That is so
Because I
pretty.
didn't have any of this side border done. So I got that all done.
That's really pretty.
It's so fun. I'm stitching this on 40 count light mocha using the called for DMC colors.
It's really, really pretty.
It's a very fun design to stitch because
is.
there's so
It looks
many.
really fun.
There's so many different things to stitch on. So I'm enjoying that a lot.
Okay, so my next one is Frog Princess. This is a Mirabilia design. And this is what I have done on her. And I'm stitching her on Persian gray.
30 count Persian gray.
30 count Persian gray. And I'm using Anchor floss. So, and I still have more stitches to add for her. I'm going to be able to finish the frog up here as part of my 100 stitches and then fill in the bodice of her gown here. And then I'll have my 100 stitches for her. So I'm just finishing her up now.
And then they are going to be playing Saturday.
Yes.
And then there'll be 2 games on Saturday. The winners of those 2 games will play Monday evening.
Right.
So we will be stitching on 2 of these projects one more time. And one of those 2 will get stitched on an additional time, whoever wins.
Is the champion.
So our champion pieces are moving along.
Yes.
My third one is Hawaii Gardens. This is a chatelaine. I'm stitching on, and I have a dangling thread here because I'm in the middle of doing my 100 stitches. This is the last project I have, and then I will be all caught up with all of my stitching for March Madness until they play Saturday. So I'm stitching this on 30 count pecan shortbread using a variety of flosses. Anchor, Classic Colors, Weeks Dye Works, and petite treasure braid. And then there'll be a ton of beads. Oh, Mickey.
You said. Okay, so we're back again. Okay, so my third project that is in the final 4 is Nativity.
This is an old chart that's out of print, and it's by Mar Beck.
Yes.
And it is available on a secondhand market.
And I've been working on the Blue Angel up here. So I got this all filled in, and I got some of the Kreinig braid added in on the sparkles on her dress, and then I've outlined this part of her dress. So, and this is being stitched on 32 count light sand, and we're using the anchor floss and Kreinig braid. But this one is going to get put away if it doesn't move on to the championship game. It's going to get put away for a while, and I'll bring it back
you've been
out
working
later.
on it for a long time.
Since December, so I'm kind of ready to put it away, and I want to do some of my chatelaines now. So
okay, then my fourth one is Lady of the Mist, a Mirabilia design. And I'm stitching her
so
on 32 count Stormy Sky. And I've just been working on filling in. Do you want to hold it?
Yes.
And I'll look where I draped it over the chair. It got a big wrinkle. I noticed that in your nativity too.
Yes.
I've been working on filling in this portion of her dress here.
And have you already backstitched her arms and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything on that top page except for the little bit of, on the copy of the section that I did, there was a rose right here on the trellis. I didn't do that, but everything else on that page is done, all the back stitching and everything,
So
except for beads.
What did you backstitch with? Which color?
Whatever they called for.
I thought mine, I don't know, I have to look at mine again. I thought mine told me to backstitch it with a gray.
Mine was a darker flesh tone color.
Okay. And then my last one is Ann Thomas. This is another Hands Across the Sea design. And so this is my last one. And I'm coming very well with mine. I have this done. So I've been working on these leaves over here, and then I have to finish this white flower here, and then there's another big red flower up here in the corner that will go here. So, and then I'll be all the way across the top.
And you're stitching this on?
40 count Dune from Atomic Ranch with the called for DMC colors. It's really fun to work on.
It's really beautiful. So pretty.
It's so fun.
And then we totaled. Did you write those totals down?
Yeah, but we were going to do that a little bit later.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because we were going to show the project that we were the most disappointed that it got out right away. So which one was yours?
Poison Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Poison Garden did not get any stitches because it lost in the very first round. Oh, it is raining now.
Oh,
I'm glad I brought him in.
yes.
So Poison Garden I was disappointed I didn't get to stitch on it at all.
And mine was Beatty's Garden. She got out right away too, so she didn't get any stitches on her. What was yours, your number? Do you remember?
It was a number 3.
A number 3.
It was the number 3. Now he's going to want to go back outside because he likes to drink the raindrops that drip off
Mine
the
was
roof.
a number 5. So it was pretty high ranking too. Okay, and then we were going to talk about our total number of stitches that we've done so far. So you had how many?
I had 6,879. And then I have one more, the Hawaii garden. I'm doing, I need the 100 stitches for that one.
Right.
And then whatever happens this weekend.
Right. And I have 6,813 stitches.
So we're very close to the
but
same.
I still have to do Frog Princess and Poison Garden. Another
So you have
two more.
And then you will be caught up.
Yeah, and then I'll be caught up.
So we did really good staying caught up.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've been done and pretty much caught up for a while. I had to work pretty much all this week.
Yeah, no, I was pretty close to caught up.
But it's okay. And so anyway,
Yes,
it's been fun. It's been fun.
Very
okay,
fun.
and then and then we're gonna do our planner showcase.
Oh, hi, Minnie. Here's little Minnie. I know she's scared of raindrops. She doesn't like it when it rains. She gets scared. Why don't you go in the closet?
I forgot to get my planner out.
Oh, okay. We're going to pause for a minute. So here's my planner for last week. So this is how I kept track of my March Madness. Down here, you can see where I listed the projects and then checked them off as I stitched them. Wonder, did I remember to check all of them? Oh yeah, Hawaii Garden is the only one that's not checked because that's the one I haven't finished.
Here's mine. I did spring little stickers on mine since the 21st was the first day of spring. And then here is my March Madness. Can you point to the March Madness stitching?
Is it here?
Yeah, right there in the boxes. And then as you can see, I have the two that I haven't checked off. The Frog Princess and what's the other one? Frog Princess.
Poison Garden?
Poison Garden, yeah. Those are the two I have to catch up on. So those were our planners. Were you going to show your April?
No.
I have mine set up. Did you put stickers on yours yet?
Yes.
For April?
Yes. So our April layout, do you want to go ahead and show it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is how I have mine. I have to put in the new start from yesterday.
I have mine set up and I've penciled in new starts that I would like to have and then I put them in color if I actually do start them. So I put a lot of new starts. A lot of new starts.
Yes.
Then one last thing before we move on from March Madness. Since we had 32 cross-stitch projects that were in the bracket, but they didn't get any stitches, they become what we work on for Stitching March Madness, or Stitch Mania. Stitch Mania. So in May, we'll take those 32 projects and we will stitch on one project every day, at least 100 stitches, just like what they would have gotten if we had gotten to stitch on them for March Madness.
So I've already penciled mine in on my
have
May calendar spreadsheet.
And then there's one that we have two because there's 32 of them. So unless we get one finished prior to May, we would have one day where we'd stitch two projects. So mine are penciled in and ready to go also. So that's what we do with that. So the two actually kind of blend together because we start with the 64 projects, 32 of them get stitched on at least one time in March Madness. The other 32 will get stitched on in May so that all of our whips get touched at some point.
Yeah.
So, yay.
So it worked really
So
good.
there's that.
Yeah. So,
Okay, what's next?
Now we're going to do our new starts.
Oh, I've had a few new starts.
Yes, you have.
Well, first of all, let's start with our focus project. So for April, Marlene and I are doing Magical, which is the Just Nan exclusive chart. It came out last summer.
I haven't worked on mine at all.
I tried to work on it for 30 minutes. This is going to be our Saturday garden project. So we'll be working on it every Saturday, but
For April.
But I did work on mine about 30 minutes every day except not yesterday. And so I'm working on that top
that's
band
good. So
with
you
the
have-
flowers.
It's really pretty.
It's very pretty. We're stitching this on 32 count antique white using the called for DMC colors.
Were we using 2 strands or just one?
2 strands. 2 strands. Over
I
2
only have a
fabric
little
threads.
tiny bit started on my
What?
flower
Because this was one of our New
12 by
Year's
12s.
12 by 12 new starts.
Yeah, so I
on
just
New
have
Year's Eve.
whatever I got started there.
Yes. So we did that. Then I also started Tulip, which is the next word swap by Stitching with the Housewives. So
Pretty colors.
it's really pretty. The main color, the letters are stitched in classic colors persimmon, and it's such a pretty color. So I'm stitching mine on 32 count Icelandic blue using the called for classic colors. 2 strands of floss over 2 fabric threads. And then rabbits will be stitched on the other half of this fabric.
That's pretty.
So yay.
Very cute.
What about you?
Another one I had started. This was one that I got to start during March Madness, and it was winter pin pillow collar, the winter pin pillow collar. So this is what I got
So
done.
this is a Faithwurks design.
Yes, this is a Faithwurks design.
We got it in our last Stitching
box.
is always in season.
Box.
The winter quarter.
Yes, so that's what I got done. So I just have a little left to finish on that one. So that won't take me long.
I'm gonna have to go let Mickey out. Okay, then I also started the Faithwurks block of the month, which was the April. I have this paisleys and polka dot piece, finishing piece. I've already painted it and done the crackling and everything for both Marlene and mine for our piece. And this is my start. It's being stitched on 28 count Peaceful Purple. Hello, little Minnie. Come on. Come on. We'll move out of the way. Sorry. And I'm stitching it with the called for anchor colors, except for this pink I changed to a classic color, and it is pink champagne. Minnie, go. We're having a pesty cat day. So that's my start. And it will
That's
be,
really cute.
it's a quick stitch.
So now is that pink that you're using for the flower, is that also the pink you're going to use for the words?
The alphabet.
For the alphabet.
For the alphabet, And I may change the word April to a different color. I might use a darker purple.
Oh,
And my bunny is going to be, I have 2 choices. Classic color Thundercloud or the classic color Shabby Sheep.
Oh.
I'm going to do a few stitches and see which one I like best and then use that. So I'm going to do an overdyed color.
I want to do mine, my little bunny. I want to do mine brown. So
the bunny in Teresa Coco's Garden, she used the classic color gingerbread.
Oh,
So really cute. Well, not cute. Well, I think it's a cute color for a bunny. But it's a pretty brown, but it's not a dark brown.
Right,
It's a good bunny color.
yeah.
So, okay, then yesterday we started Lily.
This was our surprise that Carnine bought us.
Stacy Nash. A Stacy Nash animal cracker design. Marlene and I have not stitched any animal crackers. So this is our start. So I went to Marlene's house yesterday. Oh, I think yours is upside down.
Oh, is it? Oh, yes. It is.
Yes. I went to Marlene's house yesterday and we did a new start together.
Yes.
We're stitching this on a limited edition Atomic Ranch fabric.
It's 36 count.
36 count.
And we're using the called for
Weeks Dye Works colors. So Okay. Oh, and then I had one more. Were we going to talk about our new start?
Yeah, our new start.
Were we going to talk about
Yes.
a stitching to finish?
Yes, that's here.
Okay, so Marlene and I started.
No, but we're not doing that until down here after stitching progress.
Oh, so I'm not showing that yet.
You're not showing
Okay,
that yet.
so never mind. I'm not showing that yet. Okay.
Okay, it's later. It's later on the agenda. You're getting ahead.
I have to listen to my big sister.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about our other stitching progress that we've had. So, you want to go?
Okay, so I have one thread a day. My one thread a day is my nativity angels. I'm working for one thread a day. I'm just working on the star. And then I did make some progress on my angel. This one.
The blue one.
I did make some progress on her because nativity moved on several times in the bracket for March Madness. And then any of those stitches I did on my angel over here.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, that was good then.
yes. So here's how I'm coming on my metallic. I got all of the star yellow done.
Oh, uh-huh.
And then I've started working now on this high luster silver that's in the center of the star.
Is that? Oh, no, it's not.
And then my angel, I got her face done, her hair is all done, and I started putting in one of her arms.
Is her arm all put in now?
That one.
Those are her fingers
yes.
right now.
Uh-huh.
That looks good.
Yes.
Really pretty.
I'm loving it.
I know.
So this one will continue to get worked on because it is my one thread a day. And then at some point, I'm probably going to bring it out for a Big Awesome Project Thursday.
Right.
So that I can work on the angels.
Right.
Because this one I would really like to have finished.
I know. I really want to get mine finished too.
This year.
Okay, my one thread a day is, of course, my Quaker Rocky Road. I bet you guys are so tired of seeing this one.
No, because it's so beautiful.
Okay, and this is what I have done. So I've been working on putting in the other chocolate pieces. So I got this caramel one done and this one that looks like the Rocky Road with walnuts or whatever. And now I'm working on the dark chocolate piece.
So pretty. Okay, now he's wanting back in.
Oh, no. Why isn't it going on?
It won't stop. Okay, well.
Will he be okay?
I don't hear him. I think so.
Okay. So
Then I worked on Minerva. She was my Mira Monday for March. And I made nice progress on her. She also advanced a couple of rounds in March Madness. So she got quite a few stitches in that too. So I had the black mostly done on the top page. And I started to do some of the back stitching. I got her hat back stitched, I got her face back stitched, and a couple of the back stitching lines done on her arms.
Oh, that looks really pretty.
I did get the beads for that too. They came.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I got, okay, and I was working for March, I was working on the little blossom pixie geranium. This is another Nora Corbett design. And
yes, Minerva was Nora Corbett also.
This is what I have done. And she also moved on during March Madness, so I got to add stitches for her during that too. So, and I did get the green, the chronic braid. So I did get that put in here.
And you're stitching her on?
32 count petal from Picture This Plus, and I'm using the call for DMC colors. And then I worked on her dress.
It's a really dreary day, so this fabric is showing up blue, but it's really not. It's kind of a real pale pink and green.
And it does have some little bit of purple splashes in it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, she's very
my Minerva was a Nora Corbett Bewitching Pixie, and I'm stitching it on a limited edition 32 count Atomic Ranch fabric.
Okay.
All right. Then on Tuesdays we work on our leap year starts.
Our leap year projects.
And so mine is Jenny Bean for the parlor. I'm working on part 3. There are 8 parts, so I need to get 2 parts done each year. So I got part 1 and 2 done in the first year, and now I'm working on Noah's Ark, which is part 3.
Oh, that's so pretty.
This is what I have done so far. I've got the dove done, another bird, the years, and I just started putting in one of the little dogs. There's a pair of little dogs here.
Oh.
And I just started working on that. The first 4th is just some of the roof of the ark, and then these little critters and some of the cloud. I'm stitching mine on 40 count Wren using the called for Gentle Art sampler threads. 1 strand over 2 fabric threads. 40, because it's 40 count Wren. Did I say that?
I think you just said Wren. Okay, and my leap year project is Houses of Hockran Hollow. I'm working on the 4th block over here, and I still have finishing to do on the 3rd block.
I'm going to go check on Mickey.
Okay, so this is what I have done. I got this quarter of my block done. So this was what I needed to get done for March. And then in April, I'll be working on the bottom section over here to get that filled in. So that is my progress on that one. Oh, and I'm stitching it on 40 count Embellish from Atomic Ranch, and I'm using anchor floss. I converted the DMC to anchor. So, and then as you can see, I still have filling in to do on block 3, but hopefully I'll be able to work on that. Now that March Madness is done, I should be able to finish that up. So, okay, so let's see. Okay, then we still have some more. Okay.
Okay. Okay, then I also worked on my Jane Austen Sal. This is, I decided to stitch up a piece for Jane Austen since it's the 250th anniversary of her birth year. And this is what it looks like.
That's so pretty.
I purchased this from an Etsy shop. I'm stitching mine on 40 count Tumbleweed by Forbidden Fiber. And this is my progress so far.
Oh, that's really pretty.
It says Works of Jane Austen across the top. And then this first band is for Sense and Sensibility, which is the book that I'm reading now. I'm almost done with it. And then Pride and Prejudice is the second band, which I've already read. I read that one in January. Well, January and February, I guess. So that will be this band. So what I want to do is work on the border and get the border done for these first 2 bands and fill in the first 2 bands. And then I'll stay caught up and do the border and a band as I read each of the remaining books.
That's good.
So
and how many books did she have again?
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, very
there's
pretty.
that.
I don't know why I had this one here. I'm gonna save this one and do it in when we're doing what's coming up. Because she's gonna be what I'm working on.
And then,
No. So I don't know why I did.
oh, I already showed hometown. That's right, because I work on hometown on Tuesdays
Yes.
sometimes too, because it's my other Sal.
So in the big
So then
Thursday
on Wednesdays, we did for March. My Wednesday project was my Celtic dancer. This was a design.
Mine was too, but I didn't bring her because I didn't get to work on her at all.
I did get to work on her. So I have her leg done, the dark color all the way down. She's going to be a planned finish. I believe I have her slated to be worked on, stitched on at least 2 more times. So I have 2 pages left. So if each time I pull her out, I work on getting a page. I would like to get this page finished, and is that right? This page. Get this page finished and a start on this page the next time I work on her. And then finish that last page the last month that I work on her. So she should be finished by the end of the year.
Well, that's
She's
good.
going to be a planned finish.
Mine is not. So, because I didn't get to work on her at all. She didn't get
Okay,
any
and then
stitches.
we're going to show this one, or should I show this now because I got to work on her?
Oh, it doesn't matter. You could show her now. I'm saving her to show for what's coming up. And
Okay, because I'll save her and show when you show yours.
Yeah. So then your next one would be your garden.
Flowers of Quaker.
Flowers of Quaker.
Okay, so then for our garden in March and our focus project was Flowers of Quaker by Rosewood Manor. This was a market release last year. And
I forgot mine at home.
this is my progress. We're stitching it on the called for
36
color.
count. Yeah.
Because it was sand from Picture This Plus. But we did 36 count instead of 28. And I have a page finished.
And we're using the Valdani floss, but we're using only one strand.
And the coverage is beautiful.
Yes, it is. And the colors are just gorgeous. Let's see, what did I finish? I finished this big motif, and then I finished this tall one and this one. That's what I got done. I had this one done, and then she moved on for March Madness, so I got to work on these 2 during March Madness.
So that one is very pretty.
Yes.
And then our Saturday stitch, our Sunday sampler was Nostalgia in March.
I didn't work on that one. I worked on Elizabeth Garrett.
I got to work on it in March before March Madness started, and then it did move on one time. So I worked some more. Hi, little Minnie. You're right in front of the camera. Yes, I know you have a little itchy ear. The dust is making your ears itch. Can you move? And so I got the 2 squares done and then worked a little bit on this. So that was March Madness and Sunday stitching.
Yes, I didn't work on Nostalgia. It didn't
And
move
then
on.
So you're done showing your stuff?
I don't have anything else.
Okay, I have 2 more. I also worked for Big Awesome Thursday. I worked on Hidden Treasure Bookshelf. I did not put this one on my bracket for March Madness because it just takes too long to do 100 stitches. But I did get to work on this one, and I finished this next column. So I'm ready to go back up and start at the top of the column. It's not a new page, but I'm ready to go to the top of the column.
That's really pretty. Who was that? I saw somebody.
This is a Heaven and Earth design.
I saw somebody that was doing a
Full coverage?
full coverage, and they have these little clips that they use to do their thread. Keep their thread in like little sections.
It's a little spool, and they wrap around it.
No, it looked like little clothespin clips.
Was it the?
I don't remember where I saw it.
Handwork Maniac.
No,
Brenda.
It wasn't Brenda. It was somebody else.
I don't know. I've only seen the ones that Brenda uses. And then baseball season started last year because Marlene and I are Cardinals baseball fans. Anytime the Cardinals had a game and played, I would stitch for 30 minutes on the little house needlework design, take me out to the ball game. And I finished that project in the baseball season last year. So this year, I'm going to be doing When Cardinals Appear. This was one that I started last year, but hadn't really made very much progress on it. And so I have gotten it out, and I stitch on it for 30 minutes. They're already playing today, so I have to get my 30 minutes in today. And this is my progress so far.
Oh, wow. You're coming really good with
I
that.
know, it's so pretty.
I maybe should do that. Maybe I should try to do that.
We're stitching on 40 count weathered stone by Atomic Ranch and using the called for colors, which are mostly Weeks Dye Works, I think. Weeks Dye Works, 2 classic colors, and a couple of DMC colors. So it's really very pretty. Fun. And it's easy to get out because there's a lot of little motifs.
Right.
So like one day I worked on this motif. Yes, not yesterday because they didn't play yesterday. The day before on Wednesday, I started this little motif and it's 2 little birds sitting on a branch. So I got that first little bird almost done.
Maybe I should try to do that.
Yeah.
It's so hard with my tutoring though because
very, very fun.
I don't know. I'll have to see. Because I did get to work on Take Me Out to the Ball Game for March Madness, and I got 2 of the little people put in on the crowd.
So that's
So
good.
Yeah. So,
all right. So now we're going to talk about.
Now we're going to talk about our
finish.
Our stitch to finish.
So that's all my stitching progress.
So we decided that we had all these projects that we have that we either have that we've gotten as little kits or that we've in the past kitted up but haven't gotten to start on them.
Or some of them are starts, but they're not really getting pulled out very often
to work on.
So
we made 2 wheels on
the little app. The spin app.
Yeah, the spin app. And so we made one for whips and we called it Whips Stitch to Finish. And then we made a separate one for new starts. And so what we did is we're going to go ahead and spin and whatever project comes up, that's the one we're going to work on.
And they're all different seasons.
Yeah.
But we are not going to allow ourselves to say, no, I don't want to do that one. If it comes up on the wheel, then that's the one we're going to stitch. And we are going to stitch on it until we finish it. And it might be something that gets stitched every day. It may not necessarily get stitched on every day, but we will not choose a new one from that category until the one that we spun is completed. So they're stitched to finish. We may not necessarily get them all finished this year.
Right. Well, we'll continue it into 2026 if we need to.
If we're liking it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the first one that you had? I just chose one for me.
Right.
And mine was the God Save the Queen, which is already
because you'd already started that.
I'd already started it. So it's like, okay, I'm going to just continue this. And when I finish it, then I'll get to spin. So I got to spin yesterday. But you spun, right?
Yeah, I spun earlier.
Which one
so
did you?
Mine came up, and this was a whip. This was on my whip wheel. And so the one that I'm going to work on until I'm finished with it is Blooming Tiny Town. And I did get to work on it during March Madness, so it did get a few little stitches.
Heart and Hand. Of
So
course,
we did get a
everybody
few little stitches, and so I have the first little house in.
And now that March Madness is done, you'll be able to work on that one a little
I'll
bit
be able
more.
to work on it. And then, and we're stitching it on 32 count,
Vintage
Vintage
Mocha.
Country Mocha. And we're using the called for colors, but we're using only one strand. So.
And then when I spun my wheel, because I did a whip, the God Save the Queen, that was an already started.
Right.
When I spun the wheel this time, I did a new start stitch to finish.
That's what I'm gonna do too.
And so it was these little tags, petite Quaker tags from Faithwurks Design. A really quick stitch. Why I haven't stitched it, I have no idea. But I started this morning and I stitched for a little less than an hour, and I got the first tag done. The second tag, I'm sorry, I have a dangling thread here. The second tag is half finished, and then I'll have one more to do, and that's the one with the little motifs here. And then we got the wooden tags and the pearl cotton to make the twisted cord and everything, so they'll be ready for finishing as well.
That's good.
They're stitched on 32 count lamb's wool.
So you'll get to have
I'll spin the wheel again. In fact, I'm probably going to finish this today and then spin the wheel so that I can
have another one.
have another new.
Yay,
But it will be, then I will be going back to the whip list and spin whip on the whip wheel.
Right.
So anyway, those are just kind of a way, because we have our day for our garden. We have our day for our sampler, a day for our ladies, a day for Mira, a day to work on our leap year starts. But then some of these other ones are kind of forgotten. And it's like, okay, let's have a reason that we have them in our monthly bag that we know, okay, this is the one I'm working on. So, yeah.
And I don't know, and doing my, when I did my Valentine, the Big Hearted Tiny Town, and I just worked on that one every day for a little while.
It went fast,
and I got a lot done. So I'll be able to easily get this one done, and
that'll
pick
be good
something
because
new.
you want that one.
I want it finished,
Anyway, so that'll be good. And then we thought too that some of these projects, like if there's a new start and we don't get it finished, we'll just add it to the whip wheel so that it comes back around again to get back out again.
Right.
So. All right, what's next?
Okay, so next we're going to talk about haul.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, Marlene got us shirts. So let me stand up. I'll show you. This is from Stitch Folk, right?
Stitch Folk, yeah.
So Floss Queen, she ordered them for us and surprised me. So those were from Stitch Folk.
I love them.
I love it. I love it.
They're really comfortable and soft.
Yes, really nice. Really nice.
And I
very
got us
comfortable.
T-shirts because I thought then we can wear them in the summer.
Yes.
Too, so.
Yes. Okay. So what else did you have for haul?
Well, last Saturday we had Stitch In. So when we were at Stitch In, I picked up a few charts that Nancy had available. So one of them that I got was Chubby You. This was one that I had on my wish list.
Jeanette Douglas.
I might have to put this on Possible Start.
Yes. She has a number of those. I did the Chubby Bunny last year. And then she has a Chubby Fox, a Chubby Bird, a Chubby Bee.
Yeah. That's it.
Chubby Fox, Chubby Bird, Chubby Bee,
Chubby Bunny,
Chubby You. I think there's one more.
Was the Chubby Bee last year? What was the Chubby one she had last year? That she released. Didn't she release one at market last year? The Chubby
I think it was the Chubby Bee.
I think it was too.
Anyways.
Yes. They're cute.
Yes, they're very cute. They're all very cute. I picked up a chart too. I got the JBW Gratitude sampler.
That's pretty.
I think it's so pretty. It reminds me very much of the style of Bluebirds of Happiness.
Oh, yeah.
And then When Cardinals Appear.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is very much the same style. That's pretty. I like the flowers. Those are really pretty.
Very pretty.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I also got the chart, the new Prairie Schooler Santa for 2025. Oh, what fun.
That's so cute.
I know it is.
I love those. And she had the 3 new colors from Classic Colors. So it's sparkling rosé, apple cider, and green tea. I think it's a beautiful spring palette.
Yeah,
In fact, I think I'm going to use these on one of my new starts.
Oh,
We'll talk about that. I'll leave those out so we can talk about that. And then I got my fancy floss from the Fine Floss Club from Fat Quarter Shop. And it was called Spring Bloom. So those are very pretty colors as well. Really, really pretty.
those are really pretty.
Yes.
Very spring colors.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Okay, then we're going to talk about what's coming up for April. So what we have in our April bag stitch. I forgot 2 of them.
Okay, well, for Mira Monday, I'm going to work on my Nora Corbett Wisteria. I haven't stitched on her at all, so I didn't get out the stitched piece, but that will be Mira Monday.
For Mira Monday, I'm going to work on Gigi, but I forgot to bring her.
Okay. And then, of course, I'll continue on with our leap year start.
Yes, our leap year projects.
Our ladies' night out, we're both going to be doing Bella Roma, which is
from Joan Elliott.
and I did get to, no, I didn't work on her for March Madness. She didn't move on. But I did work on her Wednesday night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I started.
So is this page all done?
No, not quite. I haven't done any of the background, and I have a little bit more to do on her basket.
Okay.
But I wanted to get started on her hat and her head up here. So this design, I think, only has 4 pages, not 6.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I'm hoping to get page 1 and 2 all done.
I have this much done. She did move on a couple of times during March Madness. So I did get to work on her. I think maybe just one time. I finished putting in her ribbons on her hat. And then I got a start on, I got her arm put in and her glove.
And you know,
and this, I have to go in and fix her arm because it's wrong. I have to fix it.
I think I did get to work on her one time. I think she moved on once because I remember doing some of the flowers down here in her little basket or purse or whatever it is.
Yes,
and
I worked on her arm, but
Wednesday
I have to
I
take it
worked on
out
this.
because I did something wrong.
We're stitching her on 28 count or 32 count.
I think it's 28.
Summer Sky.
Oh, no, maybe it's 32.
I think it's 32.
I think it's 32, yeah.
32 count Summer Sky.
I think so.
So that will be our Wednesday.
Yes.
Then
Thursday,
we're both working on Shadow Lanes.
Yes.
Hawaii Garden is mine.
Mine is going to be Poison Garden. So we've already showed that.
Saturday we're working on Magical.
And I'm also going to try to work on my Polyvon. To finish this one up. This is the April Polyvon. It's in the book Quilts for All Seasons. So I want to try to work on that one. But I didn't get to put any stitches on this one for March Madness. So I'm not showing the stitched piece because I don't have anything new added to it. So
pretty.
yes,
very, very pretty.
Yes. So anyway,
and then our Sunday sampler.
My Sunday sampler is going to be Louisa Coolymore, which I forgot at home because it was in the wrong bag.
And mine is Anne Tom Uffendale,
which you've already
showed because it's one of the number
Yes.
ones for March Madness.
Yes, my projects, Gigi and Louisa Coolymore, got left at home because
They're
I
in the
stitched
March
on
Madness
them. Yeah, I stitched on them for March Madness, and then I thought I'd already put them in my April bag, but I hadn't. So
And then I have one other whip that I would like to work on and finish it during April and May, and that's the Plum Street Sampler Spring Has Sprung. So I have the bird done, I believe, and the vine done partway. So I have quite a bit done, but I have quite a bit left to stitch.
I thought it would go a lot faster than it did. I remember that one
That's a
took me
lot
a
of
while.
stitches.
I remember it took me a while to do it too.
All right, then we have some,
Possible new starts.
yes, possible new starts. So let me show you.
Oh, did you want a sticky or something, or are you just gonna?
I'll just use.
Oh yeah, that should be fine.
So one of them that I would like to do is egg hunt. This is from the cookbook from Market. This was Shepherd's Bush design, and I thought it was really cute. So I actually have it penciled in as an Easter or Saturday before Easter new start. It's cute.
Yeah.
And then, and it doesn't call for very many colors. It gives DMC or Weeks Dye Works. So I'll see what I have, but I may use some Weeks Dye Works and then DMC for what I don't have. And then I have one more, and it's called Dogwood House.
Yum, that chocolate cake looks good.
I know. We might have to make a dessert tonight to go with dinner. It's called Dogwood House. And oh, I know, it's page 55. And it is by Cherry Blossoms. Cherry Guidry. And it's Cherry Blossoms.
And it's called Dogwood House.
Dogwood House. And I'm going to start this one on Mom's birthday, April 22nd.
Oh,
because she loved the dogwoods.
Oh, yeah.
And it's such a pretty little design. It's not big. And so that's another possible new start.
I should start that one too on her birthday.
Yeah. I think that would be
From the
fun.
cookbook. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Is it just with DMC colors? Yeah. I think so.
Gunmetal, Aztec Red Notes, Weeks Dye Works.
Yeah. So, yeah, we might have to.
But it kind of sounds like colors that we have.
Aztec Red, I know I used to have, but I don't remember seeing it in my stash now.
Okay. Do you have any others?
Yes.
What are you going to start?
Egg hunt. This would be a fun before Easter start.
Yeah.
Saturday. So.
And it's not big, 80 by 98.
Yeah, it's not very big. So, and it looks really fun.
And then I do have...
It calls for classic colors and gentle arts. But I went through my colors, and there were 11 colors. And out of the 11 colors, I needed to get 6. So
you're going to do DMC?
I'm just going to use, because it gives the DMC conversion. So
and
I'm just going to use
you can always, if you decide like your pink house, you want it over dyed, you can choose a color.
Yeah, I can choose a different color. Like I have Tennessee red clay. I'm not sure if that's the color they used.
And then I would like to do Spring Quaker. I have this one penciled in as a new start. And that's the one that I'm going to use the new classic colors. So I'm going to use the blooming crocus, the purple, but then use the pink and
those.
And then, but then use these so that I have a purple, a pink, a yellow, and a green.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
And I'm going to use Sherry Colorado Cross Stitcher. I'm going to use her kind of as a reference point because I saved a screenshot when she posted on Instagram so that I can kind of use that to help me with some color placement.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
So there's that. And then Coco's Garden is a Teresa Kogut. This was a new market release, and I would like to do this one. I have it penciled in as a new start. It's darling.
So do you do it as a little pocket and then...
Yes, I haven't looked at the finishing instructions, but she gives the shape and everything so that you can cut it out that color. So I think that would be really cute, finished like that. I think it's really darling. So there's that one. And then Pigeon and Petal. This one is going to get started at the very end of the month because I think it's a cute one to go into May because it's kind of like a spring. So that one by the Blue Flower. And then Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. The Robins Are Here. And this one is a this week start.
I have that one too, but I didn't think about it.
And I need to get... I have the Weeks Dye Works colors coming, and then I needed a few DMC colors. So it'll be with the called for colors. And I'm stitching it on Vintage
That one
Country
is
Mocha.
like the little rabbits that I did last year, and it went very fast.
Yes, it looks like it's going to go fast. They're so cute.
Very, very
so
cute.
that's what's coming up.
Yes. You have lots of new starts.
I do. I was just feeling like I wanted to start new stuff. And I was like, you know what? They're small and I'm going to just start them.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they're going really well. So,
you're getting a lot done.
Yeah.
With my tutoring, it's just hard for me to put in a lot.
Well, and what I've found has helped me is I've actually set my timer because, you know, you get into stitching something and then before you know it, I've stitched all afternoon on it. So I'm trying to do like a little bit every day so that I work on several projects. And that's helping me a lot, get a lot done. So it's been fun.
Yes, that's good.
And a lot of finishing, and I have a lot more finishing to do. But that's been going really well. I like the way my craft room has gotten rearranged.
This is really nice.
It just feels like things flow better, and I'm not like running over here and now getting, you know, my lizard litter to stuff something, or everything is right where I need it. So it's been good.
That's good.
Yes, really good.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. And then we are going to do another giveaway today, aren't we?
Yes. We're going to do another giveaway.
And we are going to do a $10 giveaway to Lindy Stitches. So we wanted to do the gift cards because we know that with Market, there were a lot of beautiful new things that came out. And some, you know, like Marlene and I said too, you can't buy everything. No. And so we're just hoping that you'll use the $10 to put towards something that you would really have wanted to get, but you didn't. And so we're going to do for Lindy Stitches. She does such an
what
awesome
word should
job.
they use?
Let's do... I hadn't thought about a word. Let's do...
Should we do...
bunny?
Yeah, let's do bunny.
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 Use the word bunny. Or leave the word bunny.
Or put the word bunny at the end of your comment or something.
Marlene and I do have a Facebook page.
Yes.
Sun City Stitchers. And... there are 3 questions to answer. So just know that if you get a message that says you weren't approved or it was declined, just go back in and answer the questions because I've been very careful not to approve if those questions haven't been answered because we just don't want stray people wandering in. But I don't want somebody to think, oh, they excluded me because that isn't it. But if you didn't answer the 3 questions, you didn't get approved because of that. So just a reminder of that because it seems like every week I have somebody that I have to decline and I always feel bad. So just go back and answer the questions and don't hit the submit until you've done all 3 questions. You just have to scroll down so that you get to the next question. And then
and
I don't
probably
think
going to be
doing
we're going to be planning a little activity for April on Facebook, but we haven't talked about that yet. But
no, and it'll be after our next Flosstube because our next Flosstube will be on Friday the 18th, which is actually Good Friday.
Yeah, so it'll be during the Easter weekend. Our little event will probably be during Easter weekend.
Yes. So I think that's it. Marlene and I are going to be spending the rest of the afternoon and evening together because my husband's going to be very late tonight. And so we're going to be stitching, stitching, and stitching.
Yes.
And stitching some more.
And
So-
Carlene's making pizza for dinner.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we have our evening
Yes.
ready to go.
Yes.
So we hope you all have plans for a wonderful weekend. We hope you're having prettier weather wherever you are than we are here. It's very blustery, and it goes between wanting to blow dust and then it sprinkles rain, so then you have mud.
Yes.
So it's just not very nice at all. But by next weekend, we're supposed to be to 90.
Yes.
So
We'll see. Hopefully it
go
won't be 90 and then awful hot winds too. But
yeah,
we'll see.
I hope not. So
Then we'll have to say it's like a blast furnace, like Mom
our
used
mother
to say.
used to say that when it was hot and windy.
Yes.
So we hope you have a great weekend. Remember that a day without laughter is like a day without sunshine.
So wherever you are, bring your own sunshine
And keep on stitching.
See you next time. I hope it was going.